She's the worst one to kidnap. Actually, no, all of them are pretty bad to kidnap. Ow, how bad is this going to be for Korra with what she's going through and then being stuck in the swamp that gives people hallucinations. She's not even tied up! I love this. Toph is truly enlightened. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to The Legend of Korra Season 4, Episode 4. Now, the last episode was just great. It managed to deal with so much, and we've got a better understanding of what Korra's actually going through. She's still got the metal poison in her, at least the teeny tiny bits that thankfully Toph could see. So now we know that she's basically got three things to deal with. She's got something physically wrong with her, something mentally wrong with her, because she's got the PTSD with the past thing, and then she's got spiritual stuff going on with, I think, Rava or the Avatar state or something. Everything's basically connected, and she needs to start dealing with it because bad things are about to start happening. Kuvira has laid her claim to the throne, which honestly, it's understandable. Right now, I think with the way the alternative is, she's probably the best person to lead the Earth Kingdom, but of course she's oppressive, and we can see through her methods that it probably won't end well. And of course, on the other side of that, you have Varric messing around with spirit vines, which can only lead to disaster, so I'm waiting to see what is going on with that, but you can see where Korra's going to be needed. Kuvira, obviously, is kind of a world issue. She feels like Ozai, but the world is caught up to deal with an Ozai level threat, yet spirit stuff is definitely in the wheelhouse of the Avatar. So I like that we're getting this conflict building up so well that we can see where the world is going to be needed and exactly where Korra is going to be needed. So I'm so excited to get into this one and just see where things can develop further, just seeing if maybe Prince Wu can sort of develop into a better leader, because at least in the last one he's realized that he is kind of pathetic and he hasn't done anything for anyone, so he can become someone that people would want to have him as their king. And then of course with Korra and Toph, I'm really hoping that we can make some progress there. We now know what's going on. I want her to start healing and feel better about her position here, because the world is going to need her very, very soon. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. If you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon, the link will be in the description, of them uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. But with that said, let's just dive on in.
Are you sure you can't go with them?
Raiko asked me to stay here and help figure out a diplomatic solution.
So it really is just going to be the three kids going to find Korra. Nice.
At least I won't have to worry about you starving out there.
We're going to be in the wild, living off the land. We don't need your food.
Take the food, let Genoa lead this.
But I made your favorite treat.
Sweet buns with happy faces on them? Well, I guess we're not officially on the road yet.
He definitely idolizes soccer, doesn't he? He has to. This whole living on the land thing, he probably loved soccer or just loved hearing about him growing up.
Were you able to get a read on Korra yet?
No, but once we're further out, I'll be able to hone in on her spiritual energy.
Okay, that's interesting. So you couldn't find her originally? Because I feel like Genoa should be able to find her pretty quickly with how she does it. She was in the spirit world and found Korra when she was fighting Unalaq.
Even if she does have tattoos.
Milo?
Now let's move out, soldiers.
Oh no, I feel like this is going to be a disaster with these three working together. I just need Genoa. This would be a good test for Genoa. If she can lead these three, it would be very good for her in the future. Because you know Genoa's going to end up leading the Air Nation after Tenzin. She's like the perfect fit. But these two, her siblings, could make it very difficult. There's a lot of spirits here. Should be stronger.
If you get through to Korra, tell her I said hi.
Yep, already going to be difficult.
Iki, I can't concentrate if you keep talking. Why don't you go play with one of those spirits?
I like that we've seen them all age up. It isn't just Genoa. All of them just feel older.
While you try to pull yourself together, Pokey and I are going to go into town and find out if anyone's seen Korra.
Because where are they? Is this like a I guess, way station for the air nomads? Because they're traveling all over the world now.
I didn't know you could draw.
You don't know a lot of things about me, sister.
You drew that?
Let's roll.
Really? That's awesome. Okay, we're getting to see some talents from Milo. Not just his boastful personality, but actually getting to see some merit to it. Oh no, she's got posters everywhere.
Well, aren't you an adorable little thing?
I'm not adorable. I'm dangerous.
Work with it.
Really cute with those cheeks.
Aww.
She didn't
This
answer the question.
never happened.
Yeah, so Kuvira's posters everywhere, but things look good, but then it is a dictatorship. I'm guessing it's going to look good to start with. Then things are going to turn.
Haven't seen her, kid. Sorry.
So yeah, a lot of time's passing, and even Genoa isn't getting anything. So this means time's passing for Korra as well. So how long is she spending in the, like, swamp?
Top secret mission, huh?
Yeah, it's been pretty dangerous. I've seen something.
At least he has people skills. It works.
Janora's been looking for you. We're moving on. Looks like you gotta get back to your mission.
Off you go.
Good luck, Milo.
Kinda sweet, yay. Aw, he had some success there then, yay.
Thanks a lot, Iki. You drove away the love of my life.
How old is he at this point? I keep forgetting. He feels very young, but he looks almost older than I think he should be.
It's Korra. Where?
Wait,
It's just a photo of Korra.
they found something.
Looks like someone just drummed up a good old-fashioned lead.
Is Milo actually going to be the one to actually figure it out?
You need to start pulling your weight. That goes for you too, so-called leader.
It could help. He's just motivating, sure.
What's the plan for today?
You're looking at it.
We didn't do anything yesterday or the day before that.
Sounds right about Toph, yeah. What do you think she does all day?
Story about how you taught Aang to earthbend.
What's there to tell? I threw some rocks at the Avatar, he got all whiny, and Sokka fell in a hole.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
What about the time you guys took down the Fire Lord?
It was hot. I was on a blimp, and I think a giant turtle showed up.
Oh, I love how she just simplifies it down.
If you're so antsy to do something, why don't you go and collect some mushrooms for dinner?
You got it.
Just quick, how?
The path till you see the boulder with a hole in it. Then go to your left.
I want to feel like this is almost her trying to help Korra. Would it be some kind of weird metaphor, or is it just go and get mushrooms for dinner? Yeah, so is Korra just doing nothing to get the poison out? Because it's up to her. When is she going to try and decide just to get it out and deal with the flashbacks that she gets?
Milo threw away all our food. From now on, we hunt for our meat.
Oh, you idiot. You actually threw away all the food.
We don't hunt. Enough whining. Pokey and I will go find some grub.
Wait, so is Milo like not vegetarian? Is he actually open to eating things?
I'm so above it all because I'm meditating all the time.
Oh, you scared the poor thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't see you there.
It's actually quite cool to get some focus on Iki, because she really only got one story where she ran away and that brought Tenzin and his siblings closer together. It's nice getting to see more of her personality and how she's grown.
Does this mean we're friends?
Can she get a pet? Can that thing stay with her? It would look so cool. Oh no.
You're trespassing. Hold it right there.
Trespass? Oh, air nomads. Can they count as trespassing? Oh, come on. Why? Air nomads, they're travelers. That thing's her pet now. It's hiding with her. I want to see a scene where they're all gliding together. We had a small one there. I want to see a full scene with it.
Tell us what you're doing in the Earth Empire. Are you spying?
No! I swear I'm not a spy!
Okay, so Kuvira's not allowing any airbenders to go in the Earth Kingdom Empire now?
This girl is Tenzin's kid, and she's looking for the Avatar. Do you know what that means?
Don't be annoying.
No, but try this macaroon.
Don't try and get money. Don't be greedy, just help her.
If we capture these 3 airbender kids and bring them to Kuvira, I bet we get a big time promotion.
Why would Kuvira want that? She wants the Earth Empire to do well. Why would she risk an international conflict like this?
Where did you get those?
I found a whole sack of food down by the river, and with each delicious snack comes a lovely handwritten note.
That's their food. Oh dear. Can Iki take both of these guys? I'd love to see it. Junora being the more spiritual one, Milo being kind of the crazy one. Iki could be the powerful fighter.
Enough with the cute notes! Where are your brother and sister?
I don't want to see them. I'd rather hang out here with you guys.
She's the worst one to kidnap. Actually, no, all of them are pretty bad to kidnap. Yeah, she's just going to toy with them. She has that under control. Love that we're getting more focus on her. I feel like she was the one sibling that kind of got overshadowed by the other two. Junora is very prominent in just her abilities. Milo's personality overshadows everyone. Okay, that's awesome. The swamp is showing you things, just like it showed Aang. You can't escape all of this stuff. Okay. Nearly at the end. We've gone to this bit. There isn't really anything after this. What? I gotta remember, Aang went through this and he lost. He was separated from Appa here, but it wasn't during the whole big Appa lost thing. But then the swamp did stuff. So, how bad is this gonna be for Korra with what she's going through and then being stuck in the swamp that gives people hallucinations?
I hope you're hungry because we found some.
You ate poisoned berries. Spit them all up now. Do what the lemur's doing. Spit it out.
Looks like you got some bad berries. So much for living off the land.
Yeah, no, do not let him do that again.
Just ate too many of them because they're so delicious.
No.
You ran into Iki while you were picking your poisonous berries?
Did she run off or something?
I think so.
Great. Now I gotta go.
This could help Janora. She can try and locate Iki with the spirit stuff, and that could refresh her and probably help find Korra.
Where is everybody else?
Don't want to talk about it.
Oh, he's just upset because Kuvira's taking all the troops to Zaofu and we had to stay here.
She's actually attacking Zaofu. No!
And you know there's going to be a huge party afterwards.
It's tough to be left out, huh? I know exactly what you're going.
She relates. She's gonna get them on her side.
My brother and sister are always leaving me out of fun stuff.
Okay, so she's not like the best fighter then. I think that probably goes to Janora as well. She is the people person. That's what she is.
Well, that's not fair. Maybe we can help you out. So, where have you looked for her?
We've been.
She's not even tied up!
What about this place?
Oh, that's the swamp. No one goes there.
There you go. But that's... What would Kuvira do with that place? Because that is a part of the Earth Empire and you have swamp benders there. It's technically... Would it be Water Nation? Because it's swamp benders? It was going well!
You're welcome, Iki.
Why did you do that?
She was not a prisoner at all.
I had everything under control. I just found our food, and I have an idea where Korra is.
She did so much. She did everything. She fixed it.
Sorry my brother and sister knocked you out. Nice chatting with you.
Oh, I love her. She's great. Take the sugar glider with you, please. Yay, it's a pet now. I love that.
You got my dinner yet?
No, this swamp, it did crazy things to my mind. I had vision.
It can't really do that with Toph, can it? Because it's visual.
Yeah, I figured something like that might happen.
What? You wanted me to see those visions?
She was trying to do something. Yay. It wasn't as simple as getting food.
It can sense you're out of balance. It'll teach you what you need to learn.
And it's showing you your past. You have to face your past. That's basically it. You're trying to ignore it. You're trying not to be the Avatar. Deep down, you don't want to be it anymore because you've seen the bad things that have happened to you because you've been the Avatar.
Sounds like you're carrying around your former enemies, the same way you're still carrying around that metal poison.
And it's true, because like Aang only had the one big bad to deal with. Never got to see the aftermath of that, and if he carried around Ozai with him. Of course, Ozai was left alive. It wasn't really Aang's villain. He carried around his past with him in the terms of his culture.
Spirits. And Zahir believed in freedom. Those guys were totally out of balance, and they took their ideologies too far.
I love this. Toph is truly enlightened.
Maybe you're right, but how am I supposed to move on?
Boy, you avatars sure need a lot of hand-holding. We're going to the Banyan Grove tree.
Oh wait, that's the big tree. That's the main one.
Those soldiers said there weren't any troops here, and I figure if Korra's not feeling good, she might come to a spiritual place like this to get better.
Is it going to attack you? Because the storm attack last time, what did it do? It shot the tornado at them, didn't it? A giant tornado came out of nowhere.
There is an enormous amount of spiritual activity here, but I don't feel Korra.
Well, that's what we get for listening to Iki.
Listen to Iki, she's right.
I'm sorry, Iki, but I'm with Milo on this. I don't think we're going to find her here.
No, you're wrong. Iki was right. She did it. Iki did it. Yep, it attacks. Thank you, good swamp. Yay. I mean, it's fine. It has a good... I think this swamp is ultimately good. It wanted to help, but it is now attacking them. Maybe it sees how they're imbalanced and it wants to help them too. They just work together to fight it off and now it should leave them alone.
I'm telling you, Korra's got to be close.
I don't know, Iki. I still don't sense Korra.
Her spirit is... does she even have her spiritual energy within her at this point? If she hasn't been able to enter the Avatar state, is that why she can't be sensed? Because her spiritual presence is just shut off completely. Is that what the poison's done to her? And then she's also shut it off mentally as well.
Your problem is you've been disconnected for too long.
Yeah.
Disconnected from the people who love you.
So her going to the Southern Water Tribe to recover kind of was a bad thing as well. She went away from her friends and her family. Well, she had some family there, but it wasn't what she needed. It healed some of the physical, but not all of it. Seeing this stuff again, yay. So now she can connect with things. And
Korra!
turn back on, amazing.
I can't believe it! I saw Janora, Iki, and Milo.
So how come this didn't work with the Tree of Time then? Why did that not... What was that blocked off for you? How is it working here? Is it because Toph is here to be your guide? Or are you just not trying hard enough with the Tree of Time because you're still trying to block it off subconsciously? Here, you don't have that excuse because Toph would whack you. And reunited and happy. Yay.
How did you find me all the way out here?
Janora sensed your energy.
But we never would have been here if it weren't for Iki.
Thank you, give her the credit.
You stormed off and found those soldiers if it weren't for Milo.
I was trying to toughen up these ladies.
Okay, that's fine. I guess Milo kind of helped give him some kind of credit. It's nice that she's giving the credit out. That's good.
I'm so sorry. This is Milo? Jinora, and Iki.
They should know who Toph, right?
Wait a minute. Cranky, old,
Come on.
blind? You must be tough.
Exactly. She's basically a celebrity.
You need to come home, Korra. Kuvira is taking over the Earth Kingdom.
You have to stop her.
What would Toph do about that? Does she care? I mean, she probably knows, doesn't she?
I can't even go into the Avatar state.
Please, Korra.
The world needs you back.
But you haven't finished recovering. And you're gonna go?
I'm ready.
I'm not bending it out of you. You gotta do this on your own.
Amazing, good, make her do it. That's the best way to do it, otherwise she's gonna squirm and it won't be her. She has to do it herself. It's the perfect way to symbolize that she is the one letting go and just moving on. She has to do it herself, she can't have anyone else do it for her.
And don't freak out like last time. Now, focus your energy. Find the metal.
So yeah, focusing the energy, feeling where the energy flows and seeing how the metal is stuck in there. So is this going to make her a better metal bender than Sue and Lin? Being able to sense where the metal is? Come on.
That fight is over.
Yep, you survived. You don't have to be afraid anymore, you can get it out. It's so creepy, but yeah, it's coming out like sweat. Ugh. Is that it? That tiny bit of metal left? Because I can't expect a lot. Is that, have you got it all? Is that all of it? Should I expect like, oh, and shoved on a rock. Yay.
Well done, Korra.
Amazing. And back. Yay. Okay, so is that all of it? Is that done?
The Avatar is back in business.
Okay, so is she fine now? Is that moving past it all?
I'd like to give you a hug now, if that's okay with you.
Would she?
All right. You earned it.
Aww. Okay, that's so sweet. Go on, Toph.
Bye, Tom. See you later. It was so nice to meet you.
Okay, so Toph leaves
Finally,
the
some peace and quiet.
So Toph won't go and do anything with Kuvira. Okay, so yeah, she's just independent. She can see everything. She's not involved anymore. It's no drama. That's how she lives. Love it. Okay, I really enjoyed this episode. Again, it's a great exploration of just the mental stuff that she's going through. I think if anything, I would have loved it to just be longer. I love what they've done with this. I just want more of just going through what Korra's past is, how it's affecting her, and how she moves through it. I think it was great how they handled it, where basically they managed to do all in one. Because of course, how do you go about doing the spiritual stuff when you're dealing with very real things like physical and mental ailments? How do you deal with the spirit stuff on top of that and make it as deep as the other things? So I think they handled it the best way they could. So I just love how the act of her having to remove the metal herself and having to go through the trauma of the past fights and how those were still affecting her and how that basically unblocked the Avatar stuff. She had been so disconnected for so long, that of course didn't help. Reconnecting with things, finding Iki, Jinora, and Milo, and being able to just move past it. So I think there's so much you could look into with what she was going through. I think there's bits of PTSD, because she nearly died fighting Zahir, so I think it's safe to say that was an ailment. I think there's also a bit of depression mixed in there as well, because even afterwards she said that she felt lighter. I think there is some parts of depression there, where she just felt like she couldn't move forward for a long time. So like, if you look at that episode too, I think the depression might have come from the PTSD, like fearing the fights that are over, and then realizing that you just can't move forward. I think that's where she got stuck and went into a depression. But then here she's actually starting to be able to move on. I hope this isn't done. I hope this does keep coming back for her, because this is one of her best bits of development, I think, ever from this show. So I'm hoping that this is a continual storyline throughout this season, episode 4 out of, I think, 12 or 13. So hopefully this keeps coming back, and it's a recurring thing that she's still has to deal with. I think she's dealt with a lot of it here, but I'd love it if it does keep coming back. This is going to be one of my favorite arcs for her to go on. It's been just amazing. And the only thing I wish was done differently is that I just want more. I want it to like last longer because it was done so well. Yeah, then looking at Iki, Milo, and Jinora and their sort of role in this, I really enjoyed that. I love how much focus Iki got, because we've seen so much of the other two. Jinora was basically the start of season 2, and she got a lot to do in season 3. So she is like the main one of the 3. We know that she's going to end up leading the Air Nation after Tensei retires. She is that next person. So that means, where does that leave Iki and Milo? And I think it's just nice that we got that exploration, because Milo, I think he's the kind of person that will be fine anyway. He's got that personality. His personality is just enormous. He can do whatever. He is like Boomy. He's like both Boomies really. He's going to be fine no matter what. Iki, I love that we get to see that she's kind of a people person. She's able to do a lot, and she basically found Korra. I feel like she deserves most of the credit, but I love how she did hand it out to the others, even Milo, saying that because he abandoned the food, that's what got Iki upset, and that's what led to all of this. Of course, it's still a bad thing. I just love that Iki actually was humble enough to give him that little thing. It's balance. Yeah, Iki also got a sugar glider in this, which I think is awesome, and it's just perfect for like their gliding as well. I think I just love how she worked with the Earth Kingdom soldiers like Earth Empire soldiers. I gotta start calling it that. That's so weird to get my head around. They are Earth Empire soldiers, but I love how Iki worked with them, how it started off to where they were going to try and get information and capture them and bring them to Kuvira, but I feel like that would start an international conflict. But again, they're just soldiers. Their actions don't sort of tell us much about Kuvira herself, so I do not think she would be happy with them bringing these lot to her. But then again, she could be. If it is against the law now for anyone to enter the Earth Empire, that would be a bad thing. Are all air nomads barred from entering the Earth Empire now? If that is the case, that would start an international conflict where Kuvira would probably praise these two for capturing Tenzin's children. Then we also learn a big thing from what these two soldiers said, that all the troops have been sent to Zaofu. That doesn't seem good. So Kuvira is actually attacking Zaofu. We heard a hint of that in episode 3 when Sue tried to reason with Kuvira, saying that you shouldn't do this. She was representing the world leaders, but then Kuvira basically said that something was coming for Zaofu. Sue confronted her, said that she knew about what she does to villagers that don't adhere to her, and then Kuvira said, oh, then you know what's coming to Zaofu. So bad things are coming. There's an attack coming, and I really hate that idea because I love that place. It's beautiful. But of course, Kuvira wants the Earth Empire completely united. But I feel like this is her step into villainy. Full-on villainy. First off, she had a bits of oppression, which, yes, are definitely bad. Ultimately, she was doing good, though. Here, there is no good that can come out of attacking Zaofu. It's just for the point of unification. She has the rest of the Earth Empire seemingly done. It's good. It's fine. It's stabilized. It's happy. People are thriving, basically, now. Bandits seem taken care of. It's all just fine. Now going after Zaofu is starting a fight that does not need to be started. It's unnecessary. It's just out of spite, really. It's an independent thing that Kuvira is so hell-bent on trying to get it to form this perfect idea of the Earth Kingdom in her mind. This means that she'll probably end up going for Republic City too. First Zaofu, then Republic City. Anything that lies within the Earth Empire's borders will be under her control. That's what she wants. But then if she attacks Republic City, that will then start a whole international conflict where probably the other nations will get involved. And I don't know if she wants that yet. Then again, I also just love how this plot basically focused fully on Korra stuff, and we got a sidestep and away from like the larger plot, the world plot. Love that it gave all the attention to what Korra was going through, and now I can just think and keep thinking about what on earth Varric is doing with spirit stuff and vines. So I like that they're just letting that sit. That's just letting me go crazy thinking about what on earth Varric is trying to do. But yeah, I'm very excited for the next episode now. Seems like Korra is, I would assume Korra's going to Zaofu now. Things are getting bad and she needs to, yeah, she's going to Zaofu. She needs to start stepping in back into world problems and dealing with what's happening. But of course, I think Kuvira can easily get into her head. She can say that she's been dealing with stuff for the past 3 years, and the Avatar has been doing nothing. Where were you when the Earth Kingdom was falling apart? She can easily make the Avatar look very bad, and I don't know how Korra would handle that. Would she be in the right mindset to say that she needed this recovery time, but can she defend it? It's going to be interesting. No matter what, it's going to be very interesting. But also, I just love Toph's role to play in here. I love how they were depicting mental health and just how Korra needed to be helped, but also showing the more brutal and, I guess, nonchalant sides of it with Toph. She helped Korra in her own way. It wasn't like a therapy session, it was an alternative, and it fit Toph's style. And I like that it showed that that can work. It doesn't have to be certain things, it can be different ways to deal with these issues. And ultimately, it came down to Korra to help herself, and Toph pushed her to that. To begin with then, absolutely love this episode. This whole arc that Korra has gone through has got to be one of my favourites for her. She's always been a character so difficult to develop because just the way she is. She is a brawler. She fights first, asks questions later. She has to fail before actually reaching to new heights. And I just love that this one takes it in a different direction, where she did win in the end, technically against Zahir, but she suffered a lot along the way. And we got to see the recovery of that. And it's something so difficult for someone like her. So getting the attention that she got here, dealing with her mental health, dealing with the PTSD of that fight and what she's been through since then, I think it's just incredible for a character like Korra. I think I just love the detail in it, and like the way they add it into this world as well, where you get spirits and visions and just how they bring all of this stuff to life. It's so well done. The swamp is the perfect place to do it because it makes everything so much more, I guess, real. You can go fully into just the visions and hallucinations and dealing with Korra's past in this way. Seeing visions of Aman, Unalaq, Vatu, and of course Zahir. It creates such a vivid and immersive experience to see her just walking through the forest and then just seeing this in front of her, but also realizing that it's also in her head and what she's dealing with internally. And I think I just love how it does get solved ultimately, with how Toph refuses to take the poison out and leaves it to Korra to do, but also the fact that it's tied to the poison. It's a physical ailment and it's to do with energy and how that has affected her. So it links back to the whole chakra thing, but but also takes it to a place where someone who probably doesn't understand chakra that well can even appreciate what's happening here, that the poison is still affecting her, it's blocking her energy, but also it doesn't just make it like the poison's the thing that's wrong with her. It doesn't make it just that. She has all these other issues which were combined with the poison. The poison was the key to getting out and letting the energy flow again, which means that she can now deal with it all. She's accepted that it's happened, she's moved past it in a way, but now the energy can flow again. She still has to deal with what has happened, and also the last 3 years. I think she's dealt with the things before that, but she hasn't dealt with the last 3 years where she felt like nothing was moving forward for her. Now the energy's flowing again, and that she can continue to now flow as well. So I don't think this is the end of this journey for her. I feel like it's an end to, I guess, the focus on it, because now we're going to the world conflict with Kuvira, but I hope it is in the end. I loved this story so much, just dealing with her internal issues, and I hope that it does come back up again. It's something so easy Kuvira could just throw in her face, saying that she's been absent for 3 years. The most important figure, the peacekeeper, has been absent for so long, yet she had to step into the role. I would love to see how Korra deals with that. How will it affect her? Will she be able to brush it off? Will it affect her? Will she actually sort of be affected by it? I can't wait to see it. I hope that this does continue and it's something that she can just hold on to. Then on the more lighter things, I love that we got focused on Iki in this episode. She is the one sibling that's been overshadowed for a long time, mainly due to, not even like, it's not really a bad thing as well, because you have Janora, who's definitely the more focused child. She got so much development in season 2 and 3. She is the main one, the heir to the Air Nation's leadership. She's going to get the most focus no matter what. Milo is, I guess, more comedic relief and just loud, and his personality is huge, which overshadows Iki. And of course, Iki's also the middle child as well. So I think it's also kind of a good demonstration of kind of middle child stuff, where it's not the firstborn, it's not the lastborn, it's the middle one. But I just love that we got so much attention on her here, and that we got more just to see what she does. We had one arc kind of revolving around her, where she ran away, and it brought Tenzin and his siblings closer together, but for her, what did it do? She made friends with the bison. So yeah, it just goes to show that she is a people person. She's that kind of person. We get that info on her. She was able to manipulate kind of the guards, or at least befriend them. She didn't manipulate them, she befriended them and just kind of was there for them. She was an ear to listen to. She was an ear for them to sort of speak about their own issues. So she just demonstrates another way to solve conflicts and issues, where Korra may be the fighter and the typical warrior, Nora more the spiritual guide, Iki is the people person. Also love that she has a sugar gliding pet now. That thing better stay with her forever. Then Toph, I've absolutely loved her role in this. She's such a cranky and fun person, I guess, and I just love how seamlessly she fit into this. You're dealing with an arc about mental health, and you choose Toph to be the one to actually bring it all together. I feel like it's so out there, because I feel in Avatar you would almost expect Katara to be the one to kind of do that, being the sympathetic ear, if anything. Aang would be the energetic, encouraging one. Sokka, I feel like, would probably maybe either not understand it, not care, or just tell someone to get over it and deal with someone else. Toph, she just would not care in the slightest. At least that would be my opinion, seeing the original Avatar. Here, I love how they keep that kind of, but also work it in. She's mature, she's older, she's had people that she cares for, and she's no longer completely independent, but also she is enlightened in a way. She found the best way to help Korra with this issue while also not changing her own personality to basically become like a therapist or someone. She still stays stubborn, she still stays within the idea of people deal with their own issues, yet she still helps. I love how we get these little flavors of kindness from her, where she tells Korra to go out into the swamp and find mushrooms, yet it's actually a way for her to be kind of ambushed by the swamp, see the spirits and the visions, and be confronted by her past. Toph sent her to do that. So you can actually look at it as being all the time that she's been in the swamp, Toph maybe has been waiting for Korra to have these visions. Korra mentioned that they'd been doing nothing all day yesterday. That could have been Toph both being Toph, but also waiting for the swamp to do something as well. So I just love how they were able to balance Toph's own personality with also being sympathetic and helpful in Korra's own mental struggle. Then Milo, I think we got some things on him. He's always a tricky character. He's a type of humor that I don't think is typically for me. I do like him. He's definitely mostly comic relief, and I don't think we've got much development on him, but I do like what he did here. I think he definitely would admire Sokka if he ever met him, because I think Aang, of course, did Aang meet his grandchildren? I don't quite know. Aang never, Aang never met his grandchildren, because Korra is older than all of them, so they never met Aang. So it probably means they never met Sokka, since I think he was, because he died young as well. But I think if Milo ever met Sokka, or at least heard the stories, he would definitely admire Sokka. After this, he wanted to be the Sokka of the group. I think his one important scene-ish was just, I guess, flirting with a girl. That was something. It was little bits of development for him. It put him in a bit of vulnerability, made him embarrassed. It was something. Because he basically is just chaos, I guess. He is just flips between one thing on that, vegetarian, maybe, going to try and hunt for food, eating poisonous berries. That was a very Sokka thing to do. It's like the cactus juice thing, except this time it didn't make him hallucinate, it made him throw up. But also we get to see his sweet side when he's talking to a girl, trying to impress her in a way. He just does add a nice sibling dynamic between them all, where he is the sort of funny, comical one who doesn't take much seriously. He pushes the others to do better, essentially. He doesn't have his own sort of character journey. He is the thing that allows Iki to go off in a strop and actually solve the issue ultimately. He is the one that basically makes Jinora struggle so that she becomes stronger, being a constant distraction so that she has to sort of grow enough to drown him out. He helps both his siblings. He adds a really good little thing in between all of them. Then Jinora, she didn't actually do, I think, that much in this one. She was trying to connect with Korra, but it was Korra's own issue. It wasn't something for Jinora to overcome. So she was basically fine. She just couldn't find Korra because Korra turned herself off. Jinora was basically just dealing with her siblings this whole time. Iki was the one to eventually find their biggest clue, but I think ultimately I felt like this could have been a good opportunity to show Jinora's leadership skills with two very difficult people that she has to look after, because really it was just left to themselves. Iki got captured, Milo ended up eating poisonous berries. If anything from this episode, I felt like they could have done more just showing Jinora and how she deals with difficult people, especially her siblings. That would be one brilliant test of leadership. But also I think it mirrors Tenzin and his own siblings. You have Bumi and Kaya. Kaya being the practical one, going off and doing things, Tenzin trying to meditate and trying to do things his own way, and Bumi going off and kind of being crazy. It's mirroring the siblings before them. That's what this episode did. I'm just realizing that. And it's quite fun. But of course, that means we'll never see Jinora become the leader of her siblings, because we never see Tenzin really become the leader of his siblings. And they're kind of in the same situation. Tenzin was always going to become the cultural leader of the air nomads trying to keep the nation alive, so he always overshadowed his own siblings. And then here, Jinora is going to become the heir to that, but this time the leader of an entire nation that's actually here this time, while her siblings kind of aren't. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing, but that is what this did. This episode was to show off the siblings as a mirror to the past siblings. It's the next generation. But yeah, then we are going into the world conflict. I like how they set it up. It did it in such a subtle way, where it just mentions that some big thing is going to go on with Zaofu. We knew what Kuvira was doing. She announced it in the last episode, but now we actually get to see it actually start happening. It's not going to be something in the future, it's happening now. So maybe that could even mean this whole spirit vine thing could come into play there. Don't quite know, I'm scared about it. But we know that a lot of the troops from the Earth Empire are heading to Zaofu. What kind of defense does Zaofu have? We don't know a lot about that particular aspect of it. We know it has great defense. No, we actually know quite a bit. It's one of the most defensible places on the planet, basically. It has the shields where they can pull up the flowers and stuff, but of course they're being attacked by metal benders as well. So I don't know how well this will work. It's going to be very interesting no matter what. It's like this will be the full-on divide between Sue and her family. Her son, who's engaged to Kuvira, and now Kuvira is openly attacking his home nation. How does that work within their relationship? How does that work between Sue and her son's relationship? It was already strenuous, but now with an actual physical confrontation, what will this look like? What will Bolin do in this whole scenario where he has to go and attack the place that treated him and his friends so well? Could this be the first step in him turning away from them? Because this is ultimately the most unnecessary fight that Kuvira could have done. It's just for unification. What benefit does taking over Zaofu actually do? Everyone is fine there anyway. The whole point of this was to help people. Who does this help? But yeah, I'm very excited to get into the next episode. Obviously, world conflict, go and see the battle between Zaofu and Kuvira, but I can't wait to see what Korra is going to do there. I feel like it's definitely, I'm hoping, I can see what could happen very clearly. Korra goes in, tries to stop Kuvira, then Kuvira will basically shove in her face that she's been absent for 3 years, that the Earth Kingdom was a travesty for 3 years after Korra left in shambles after the Earth Queen died. What did you do? You did nothing. I stepped in. I did what the Avatar couldn't. And it'll be interesting to see what Korra's reaction to that will be. Will she be able to brush it off, or will it deeply affect her? It'll be interesting to see, because it will determine how healed she is. And I kind of don't want her to be fully healed yet. It's only episode 4. I want to see this continue through the end of the show. I'm really hoping Kuvira does do something like this, and Korra does take it to heart. I want to see what she will do with this, and just to show that while she has dealt with the issue of the past villains haunting her and the past fights haunting her, she still has the issue of being gone for 3 years. She would still have such immense guilt over this, and I want that to be what carries the mental focus through to the end. Yeah, overall, this episode was just amazing. Loved all of it. I love the balance between the serious focus on Korra's mental issues, but also dealing with the lighter stuff, seeing the three siblings. And now that I can see it more clearly, I love that it is just watching Tenzin and his siblings, but in a new generation. Kai being the practical one, Boomy going off doing some random soldier survivability stuff, Tenzin trying to meditate. It's literally the three siblings. It's literally the three siblings all over again, and I do love that. And then Korra's mental health issues and just the focus on it. I love just seeing her be the one to take the metal out. It's her taking control of her own healing and her own past. It was the best way to show her accepting what's happened and to move past it. She's got the avatar state back on, she's back connected with the spirits, and now she seems ready to go fight back in the main world conflict and re-establish herself as the avatar in a world that does love her again. So that would be good. I do want to see her reaction to a public city and what they now think of her, because everyone now loves her. She really, I don't think she can do anything to mess it up, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. It feels like it's something that could happen, but right now it's the last season. Everyone loves her. Keep it that way. But yeah, I'm just very excited to see what they end up doing next with this whole mental health focus that we've been going on. But this episode was just great. I loved how it brought the main focused arc to a close, and now going forward it shifts the focus to the main world conflict and Korra getting back involved with it. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments, and with that I will see you in the next one for season 4 episode 5. See ya!